and Tennessee High School for the championship game of the 38th Annual Arby's Classic. Tonight's game features the High School from Wilburn, Georgia versus the Long Island Lutheran High School Crusaders from Brookville. At this time, we ask that you please rise as the DAV Veterans Honor Guard of Bluff City will present the colors for the playing of our national anthem. And now, first for the Crusaders, 6'2" guard, number 1, Jaden Pierre. 5'11" guard, vert number 3, Jaden Reed. Guard number 4, James Johns. 6'10" forward, number 2, Genjai. 6'9" forward, number 21, Finley Sheridan. Crusaders are coached by head coach John Butt, assisted by Josh Corbin, Ron Hall, Jay David, and Jerry. And now, starting lineups for the Patriots. 6'2" guard, number 0. A 6'4" guard, number 2, Jerome. 6'4" guard, number 11, Bryce Blaine. 6'10" forward, number 51, Malik Ewan. Number 23, Isaiah Thomas. Patriots are coached by head coach, assisted by Matt Welch and Ivan Harden. Official score for tonight's game is Will Grubb. Clock operator, Steve Honecker. Your game official, Randy Ramsauer, Richard Church, Sam.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the championship game of the 2021 Arby's Classic. I'm Coach Charlie Tiller here with our producer Colin Moore, and we've got a great matchup here in the championship game. It's Berkmar out of Georgia taking on Long Island Lutheran, and we're going to have a foul. So right off the bat, We'll get things set up here for you. The Crusaders, James Johns, the 6'6" junior with the foul. Berkmar attacks with Bo Hearns, and he gets the first bucket. So Berkmar on the board first. Of course, I think if most people were wagering, they'd be wagering on Long Island Lutheran based on how this tournament has gone so far. But Berkmar, I don't think they care about that. They're ready to play. So here we go. The Patriots into the front court. Handoff to Hill. Hill gets it to Malik Ewan. Ewan, who's had a great tournament, attacks the bucket, and the Ole Miss signee will go to the foul line. Of course, the Crusaders have a plethora of big guys to throw at him. 3 guys 6'9" or taller to throw at Ewan, who stands 6'10". And I'd say we'll see them all at various points. Ewan's first free throw is not the best. So he'll take a step off the line here, have a little chuckle, and step back up. And the second one is nothing but nylon. So we'll be catching you up with how these two teams got here in a little bit, as well as kind of seeing some stats and match as we look at these matchups. That shot is up, no good. Rebound by the Crusaders, and they're going to lose it. They're going to turn it over. Here come the Patriots. Hearns out here to the corner, and he walked. A traveling violation called on Bryce Blaine. And Berkmar will turn it back over to the Crusaders. Berkmar with an early 3-0 lead. Looking inside, pass gets away, but we're going to have a foul from behind. Looks like it's going to be on Jamari Fat Hill. He picks up his first foul, and the first foul of the day on the Patriots. Nice little curl action, but we're going to get, I think, an illegal screen right there. Finley Sheridan picks it up, his first. Ewan, who will get out here and handle the ball. Again, the 6'10" center, signed with Ole Miss. Coach Kermit Davis. Berkmar, easy for me to say, out of Lilburn, Georgia. Nice little pull-up from 3, and it's Hill knocking it down. And I am not sure, but I'd say this is the biggest deficit that the Crusaders have faced in this tournament. 6-0 here at the start. Hutchinson into the game for the Crusaders. Coach John Buck, pretty animated there on the sidelines, not very happy with the way his fellas are playing here early. But of course, again, it's early. They'll run a little ball screen action. Good job by Ewan getting out here and showing. They look to get it inside, but it's deflected and stolen. And here come the Patriots. Berkmar. Fadeaway shot by Bryce Blaine is no good. And here come the Crusaders. Crusaders out of Brookville, New York. And Njai gets them their first basket. have a foul.
Foul Crusaders number 20, Anthony Njai, his second. Team foul number 4.
Njai picks up his second foul, though.
And for the Crusaders,
And he'll have a seat.
Jackson Carroll.
And Jackson Carroll at 6'11" will check in and put a body on Ewan. We'll have a high ball screen. Good job getting over that one. Hill. They dump it in low to Ewan. He'll spin back. Shot no good. And the Crusaders come out of there with the rebound. Whew, there's that blur. There's that blur, Jaden Reed. A little undersized at 5'11", but boy is he quick. Nice little ball screen action. Little screen and roll, and he can't get it to go. That's Bo Hearns coming up and setting a ball screen for Ewan. I mean, that's pretty impressive right there, honestly, that Ewan's able to navigate that ball screen that way, hit his man perfectly, but he just couldn't get the layup to go. Bryce Blaine will pick up his first foul, and that'll put Jaden Pierre to the line.
To the line, shooting 2, Jaden Pierre.
And so, Pierre, second on the team in the tournament, 15.7 points a game. He's made 2/3 of his free throws coming in, 4 out of 6. He rattles that one in, and just like that, it's 6-6. So 6-point run by Berkmar, now a 6-point run by Long Island Lutheran. Nice ball, nice screen and roll right there. And Hill with his second basket. And then we got to travel down here. Pierre with some steps. And it'll go back over to the Patriots. And a little too much dribbling right here by Hill. He's able to pick up the ball after it's knocked away. Now he'll hit a little pull-up and nail it. So Hill off to a great start. And his team back up by 4. There's that guy again, Jaden Reed. Good little take with the left hand right there. God, he's quick. So, nice pass and the jam by Ewan. Mercy. He just got up and crammed that one. Back come the Crusaders. Trailing 12-8. Reed, a little pull-up, no good. Gidness away with it, and he'll attack. Tried to do a little too much there, but got it out to Blaine. And Bryce Blaine knocks down a 3. All of them throw up 3 fingers out there on the floor for the Patriots. And just like that, a 9-2 run after Long Island Lutheran had evened the game at 6. And Jaden Pierre says not so fast, gets 3 of his own. Again, folks, there's still time to get out here if you can. We've still got some seats available. It's a good time. Nice pass to Ewan, and he's going to cram that one. Entertaining first quarter so far, 17-11 your score. Berkmar, who I'd say is a little bit of an underdog here, off to a great start. Nice pass. And Jackson Carroll with the jam. Hill picks up his second foul. And that's the thing right there. He didn't need to do that. That guy, Carroll was going to was going to stuff that one, and just really a pretty sloppy foul right there, honestly, by Hill. And it's really unfortunate because he's second. So he's probably going to have to go sit down for a little bit. Sumaharo into the game. They don't get him boxed out on the free throw. Unfortunately for Berkmar, he doesn't hit it. Ahmed Sumaharo into the game. Of course, he provided us with a good bit of entertainment last night, finishing as the runner-up in the dunk contest to Dr. Phillips Riley Kugel, in what was a terrific showing by those two young men. James Johns with the bucket right there. And it's 17-15. Ewan dribbling out top. Really impressive handles for a big guy. And look out below. Blaine got a little bit much on that one. Blows it into about the fifth row up there. She was open, though. 100%. She didn't shoot it, though. Got to shoot it when you're open. Here's Reed. Off the screen. Shot by Johns is off the mark. Johns, who's leading them in scoring in the tournament, averaging 22 points a game. And here come the Patriots. Jamil Rideout. Over here, here's Blaine. Blaine gets it to go. Tough basket by Bryce Blaine, who's come to play tonight. So here we go. 19-15, 6 seconds to go. Reed from way downtown, no good. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to get a foul with 0.3 seconds to go. So Jackson Carolla, who hadn't played a ton in the tournament, getting some opportunities with the foul trouble to Njai and taking advantage so far. Carolla's first free throw. He's pure. Carolla coming in, averaging 2 points a game in the tournament. Hadn't shot a free throw before tonight, and he's already shot, well, this will be his fourth one. The stroke looks pretty good. Didn't even get the announcer jinx in there. And that'll do it. So, an entertaining first quarter of action here in the championship game of the Arby's Classic at the end of one. It's the Berkmar Patriots 19, the Crusaders of Long Island Lutheran 17. You are listening and watching the Arby's Classic on the Viking Sports Network. We'll be back in a flash.
Arby's would also like to welcome all our visitors. Thank you for supporting young talent here at the Arby's Classic. Arby's invites you to visit the concession stand for a delicious Arby's sandwich or stop by one of our 14 Arby's locations, including our newest location on West State Street, where we have the meats. As we begin the second period of play, possession of the basketball belongs to the Patriots.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the championship game of the 2021 Arby's Classic. Coach Charlie Tiller here with you, with our producer Colin Moore. Entertaining first quarter of basketball. Hopefully we'll continue at this pace with Berkmar leading Long Island Lutheran 19-17. Patriots with the ball. Little motion action right here. Nice attack. Up, and he will draw the foul. Good take right there by Ahmed Sumaharo.
Foul Crusaders number 5, Lewis Hutchinson, his first.
Hutchinson picks up his first.
To the line to shoot 2, Ahmed Sumaharo.
So Sumahara will head to the line. Of course, again, Sumahara yesterday put on a show for the Viking Hall faithful in the dunk contest, finishing second. Just was fantastic. He's been good in the tournament, just averaging 2 points a game, but he's done a lot of solid, a lot of really good things for his team, averaging, again, only 2 points, but getting some rebounds, just making some things happen, and he is a high flyer. He gets 1 out of 2, and it's 20-17. Drive, nice kick out right here. 3 on the way from dead on, and it is pure for Lewis Hutchinson. Blaine looking to lob it in here. Really tough angle right there. Good help side defense from the Crusaders. Not really there for Ewan. So we're tied at 20 here early in the second quarter. Good show here by Ewan. Now he'll just have to try to get back. Wide open 3 is off the mark. Johns had a really good look at that one and couldn't get it to go. Pull-up shot no good. Battle for the rebound as right out couldn't get that one to go. Now there's that Jaden Reed. He has it stripped. Pass ahead to Hill. Hill in the corner to right out. Right out, ball fake, nice play. Gets it out to his big man, and Ewan attacks the bucket, and he's going to pick up an offensive foul. First foul on Ewan. We certainly hope we don't see a lot of foul trouble in this game, especially for not some of the principals here. Njai back in with his 2 fouls. And the Crusaders will look to take a lead. Berkmar been in front most of this game. Of course, we're currently tied at 20. Going to get a little side ball screen action, pick and pop. And he will look to attack the bucket, and he will. Lewis Hutchinson. Hutchinson attacking the bucket with some abandon there. Right out. Nice move. He can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line. Terrific spin move by Rideout right there. Hutchinson picks up his second. Rideout will head to the line. And his first one is pure. Bo Hearns back on the lineup for Berkmar. Second one is up and good. And we're even again at 22. Of course, the Crusaders, who haven't really been challenged as far as, games going down to the wires. Jaden Pierre hits a pretty sweet turnaround right there. Pierre, their steady floor leader. Hill calling out the signals. With Ewan on the bench getting a break. Hill, tough step back 3. Shot's no good. And he walked. Yep. Good call right there as Hutchinson, when he came down and got that rebound, just kind of shuffled him. Ewan back in the lineup for the Patriots, I should say. Nice pass. Got to make that. I mean, if they're going to get this one, Hearns has got to get that to go. Little runner is good. There's Jaden Pierre again. Just solid as he can be. Pierre, the Providence commit. That shot's no good. A little out of control right there by Bryce Blaine. And here comes that flash. Back out to Pierre. Pierre will attack. Pierre will make it to the bucket. And we're going to get a Berkmar timeout. A little 8-0 run right here by the Patriots, or by the Crusaders, I should say, has got them out in front. Let's talk about how these teams got here. For Berkmar, they played a really tough first-round game with Bearden, which they were able to come out victorious 67-58. Then they played Dorman, and that was a wild game with Berkmar jumping out to a huge lead early and then just having to withstand an incredible run by Dorman. Berkmar held on to win 71-70. They scored 71 again yesterday, but this time it wasn't a wild one as they were able to defeat Greenville 71-50. For Long Island Lutheran, they have cruised to the finals. They beat Tennessee High the first game 74-34, cruised over Tampa Catholic 85-54, blowing open the game really early. And then last night they just kind of had it in cruise control all night long, defeating Amarillo 62-42. Berkmar, three-pointer on the way, no good from Hearns. Here come the Crusaders. And Berkmar's in a situation right here where they really need a bucket. Reed to the bucket, no good. Nice rebound right there by Hearns. Here comes Hill. Hill getting his guy on skates, going to the bucket. He'll draw the foul. Can't get it to go. But a really nice move by Fat Hill. Again, not sure how he got that nickname because he is anything but that. So Jamari Hill will go to the line. His first one is pure. Hill will take a second. And this one rattles around and falls. Cuts that lead back to 4. Stops that 8-0 run. High ball screen. Pierre will get to the bucket though. I think Ewan not wanting to pick up that second foul. Knows that he's more valuable than those 2 points. And here we go. Can't get it to go. Ewan struggling a little bit here early. Nice step through. Great pass, and man, really good stuff right there. And Pierre with the lay-in. Really great pass right there by Carroll. Pull up by Blaine, and he's got it. Tough shot right there by Bryce Blaine. That's the kind he takes, though. So out here setting that ball screen. Here's Reed with it. Oh, nice split of that little show right there, and Carroll cleans it up. Jaden Reed right there really making that happen, splitting that ball screen. Big guy had to come over and help. Ewan right there avoids the contact, avoids that second charge, really. Three-pointer on the way, and it is nice from Jaden Pierre. And right now, Long Island Lutheran is rolling a little bit. They've opened up an 11-point lead, and really Berkmar needs a bucket. They badly need a basket. Been outscored in this quarter 20-7. And they need a basket in the worst way. Hearns can't get it to go. Rebound, it's Johns, and then he has a little bit of a collision here with Bryce Blaine, but Blaine's going to pick up that foul. It's 2 on Blaine. It's their 6th team foul, so both teams will be in the bonus now with 1:42 to go. His teammates congratulate Corolla as he comes over there as Njai chips back in. Sumaharo back in for Berkmar. And Long Island Lutheran's getting it going. Coach Buck excited on the sidelines, imploring his guys to get another stop right here. Berkmar badly needs a basket. Here's Blaine. Tried to get it to his big guy Ewan and just threw it out of bounds. Just way too hot on that pass. And Berkmar honestly pressing a little bit right now, as you would expect, down 14. As we get down to 61 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Turns the corner, dishes it off. Looked like a pretty decent block, but there's contact. Hutchinson's going to get to the foul line. And Sumaharo is going to pick up his first. I mean, these guys just keep coming at you. First one is good. They really do. They just keep coming at you. Just pressure, and really pressure on both ends of the court. They put so much pressure on you, on your defense, with the way that they're able to attack, the way that they're able to screen you. And those guys get downhill, and then they just knock down shots. They really shoot the ball well from distance. Really even better than you might think. Berkmar running some clock right here. Just trying to keep it where it is here, down 15. You know, if they can get a bucket right here, cut this thing to 13 or 12 going into the locker room. As Jameel Rideout will dribble out here, but right now Long Island Lutheran was going to let him. Here's Rideout. He attacks the bucket. He got away with it. No, he didn't get. Well, no, I was going to say he got away with the travel. He actually was fouled. So Rideout's going to get a chance to go to the line. He needs to make both of these. They need these in a bad way because they are in trouble. Rideout coming into the night 7 of 9 from the foul line, so 78%. Averaging 9.7 points in the tournament. And again, they need him to make these. Hearns back in for the Patriots. Ewan is checked out and is down there with the trainer getting checked out. Rideout. Can't get the front end to go. That's a killer. And it's going to be a real killer if they get a shot off and make it right here. It was short. Coach Buck wanted a foul, not going to get it, but doesn't really matter as it's halftime and it's 41-26. Long Island Lutheran with a huge second quarter. They'll take that lead, a 24-7 second quarter, take that 41-26 lead into the locker room. So it's halftime. We're going to have a Fun Factory shootout, the last one of the tournament. Have some folks have a chance to win some money as we'll get going here. So we're going to turn you over to halftime, into your halftime entertainment with the Fun Factory shootout. It's halftime of the Classic, Arby's Classic Championship game with Long Island Lutheran leading Berkmar 41-26. You're watching the Arby's Classic on the Viking Sports Network. We will be back shortly.
Each participant will get 1 minute. They need to hit a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. Layup is worth $10, free throw $15, and three-point shot $25, and half-court shot is $50. First participant from Bristol, Tennessee, Hunter Holt. $10, Richard. There's a free throw that's $25. Three-pointer up and good. The bank is open. He's at 50. Half-court shot. Congratulations, Hunter Holt. Next up, second participant, LaMarcus Dunn from Johnson City, Tennessee. Clock will start on your first shot. $10, Richard. $15 free throw. Plenty of time, plenty of time. There it is, $25. Now move to the $25 three-pointer. Long rebound. 25 seconds for Marcus. From the corner. There's the three-pointer, half-court shot for 15. Got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. LaMarcus Dunn, $50. And our third and final contestant from Kingsport, Tennessee, Dustin Shelton. Clock starts on your shot. It's up and good for the layup for $10. $15 free throw. Just a little more. Carolina Blue. Here we go, Dustin. Cheer him on, folks. There it is. $25 in the pocket. $25 three-pointer. $25 for Dustin Shelton, $50 for LaMarcus Dunn, and $100 for Hunter Holt in the Fun Factory Shootout. Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you to Fun Factory for sponsoring the shootout throughout the Arby's Classic. Fun Factory provides inflatable rides for hours of entertainment. Choose the Fun Factory for your next party for a guaranteed fun event. Fun Factory, a proud sponsor of the Arby's Classic. First half scoring, first for Berkmar. Leading the way with 9 points, Jamari Hill. 7 points for Bryce Blaine, 5 points for Malik Ewan, 2 points for Bo Burns, 2 points for Jameel Rideout, 1 point for Ahmed Sumaharo, 4:26. For Long Island Lutheran, leading the way with 18 points, Jaden Pierre, 7 points for David Reed, 6 points for Jackson Carroll, 6 points for Lewis Hutchinson, 2 points for Anthony Njai, 2 points for James Johns, for a grand total of 41. Your halftime score.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the championship game of the 2021 Arby's Classic. Coach Charlie Tiller here with our producer, Colin Moore. And we're going to talk here for just a minute about the stats from the first half and do a little bit of other stuff. So looking at the first half stats, you know, Long Island Lutheran, it was a 2-point Berkmar lead at the end of the first quarter, but boy, oh boy, the Crusaders just got it going in the second quarter. They ended up 16 of 27 from the field, which is scorching in the first half, including 4 of 9 from 3, so that's 44%. That's getting it done from 3. Berkmar 9 of 22. You know, started pretty hot, tough second quarter for those guys as the defensive intensity came up a little bit by the Crusaders. They were 2 for 6 from 3. They were pretty much even from the foul line. Rebound-wise, Long Island Lutheran out-rebounding Berkmar 18-9, which, I mean, you know, mostly on the defensive boards where they're getting a lot more opportunities. Turnovers are actually pretty close to even, so it's really just Long Island Lutheran shooting the eyes out of it and making plays and then suffocating them a little bit here in the second quarter on defense. Individually, here in the first half, first for Berkmar, their leading scorer in the first half is Jamari Fat Hill with 9 points. Blaine had 7, 5 points for Malik Ewan. I mean, they're going to need to get more from Ewan, who has had a great tournament. I mean, came in averaging 20 points a game in the tournament. He's got to get going here in the second half if they're going to hang in this game. But again, of course, Long Island Lutheran not only has those quick guards to bother, they've got 3 great big bodies to throw at him. So, you know, really good thing for them. Okay, looking on the other side, leading scorer is Jaden Pierre, 18 points. Reed with 7. Lewis Hutchinson with 6. Their leading scorer in the tournament, James Johns, has just 2 points, and they've gotten a big 6 points from Jackson Carroll, who's come in and played a big role off the bench when Njai got in foul trouble. He came in and did a great job. So that's where we stand statistically. Now let's talk a little bit as we get close to the end of this Arby's Classic tournament and recognize some folks who have done, you know, a bunch of different things for us. Looking at, you know, we can't possibly name all of the volunteers because there are just so many who have done such a great job to make this tournament work the way that it has. You know, of course, one of the big people we need to thank is from Arby's, Amber Clark, who, you know, does so much behind-the-scenes work before the tournament, getting things going on the Arby's end, taking care of coaches' gifts, taking care of a number of different things. Another big person that we definitely need to thank is the real do-it-all person here for the Tennessee Athletic Department, and that's Patty Feathers. I mean, Patty, to list all the things that Patty does for this tournament, we'd be here for the rest of the night. But Patty Feathers, just an invaluable person to the running of this tournament. Looking, of course, another person who has a lot to do with this is Coach Barry Wade, our athletic director, who does wears many different hats during this tournament. Some other folks that we want to recognize at the scores table in charge of the clock and scorekeeper, Steve Honaker. The PA announcers, Brian Boyd, coordinates all that. Randy Irvin takes care of all the stuff with the dressing rooms, the slam dunk contest, numerous other things around here. Coach Irv, who's been around here since the beginning, just does so many great things. Coach Neil Phillips taking care of a lot of the stuff around the floor, as well as taking care of the teams and getting them practice times, taking care of some of the signage stuff, you know, as well as the rest of the boys basketball staff, Coach McMeans, Coach Bowery, Coach Clark, taking care of a lot of stuff there around the scores table. Julie Harlan and her crew in the concession stands taking care of all that stuff. you know, all of these people, and there are many more, and we'll talk about some more of them at the quarter break, who are such an integral part that make everything happen at this Arby's Classic. And it just wouldn't be possible without all these volunteers and all of these people who take care of so many different things. So, you know, big shout out to all of those folks. And we'll get into some more of that as we roll here in the second half. But the ball belonged to the Crusaders to start the second half. Nice back cut, kick out, nothing but net. I mean, not much you can do about that. Pierre with a great kick out, and Reed just knocks it down. Berkmar really in a danger zone right here. They need a bucket, and they need some stops. Blaine into the lane, and he'll get to the foul line. You know, this is one of those things where if Berkmar is going to come back in this game, they're going to need to take advantage of every opportunity. And Jackson Carroll picks up his second foul. Bryce Blaine will knock down that first one. Carroll getting to start the second half after having a really terrific first half. Second one is good as well. 44-28. Crusaders, Jaden Pierre. Nice little pick and pop action right here. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Blaine pulls down the rebound, and he'll kind of slow it up now. Speeds, attacks the bucket, throws it to the other team. So here back comes Pierre. Pierre taking it, and he'll throw it down. The 6'2 senior gets a little rides out of this Viking Hall crowd. Nice spin move right there, and Ewan with the bucket. Back to a 16-point lead. Berkmar just needs to try to cut into this a little bit. If they can get it into down near single digits by the start of the fourth, they'll have a shot. But if this stays the way it is, it's going to be really tough. And if they keep shooting like this, there's not going to be much they can do as James Johns knocks down the jumper. Back come the Patriots. Hill with the bucket. He's having a pretty good night here for the Patriots, but they're going to need a lot more. Nice take. Good job on the turnover right there. Bryce Blaine with the bucket. Down to 14. They need more stops and steals like that, and we're going to get, looks like a offensive foul of some sort. Jackson Carroll, it's going to be an illegal screen right there. His third. Tyreek Gidness in for the Patriots. Hill. Nice alley-oop right here. Hill is going to put it in. Smart play by Hill right there. Not trying to get too fancy, not trying to dunk that ball, which would have been really hard. Get in the basket. His team needs points right now. They've cut it to 12. See if they can get another stop and get it down to 10. Here's Johns. Johns, who's had a terrific tournament. Stop on a dime. Here we go. Ball rotates to Johns. Johns, three, partially blocked by Ewan. And so Berkmar with a chance to cut into this. They throw a lob right here. Probably trying to do a little too much right there. And it'll end up on the other end, and Hutchinson misses the dunk. And then we're going to get a foul. Man, they need to secure that rebound right there. Again, Berkmar, they've got to play pretty close to perfect right now. And Giddens will get the foul. And Injai tried to check in before the first shot. Got to wait till that second one. Johns will be at the line. He'll knock down the first one. Now Injai will get to come in, taking Carroll's place. So, here comes the second one, and he rattles it in. And we're going to get a timeout, a full timeout taken right here by the Crusaders. We'll keep it right here. Introduce you to some more folks who have done some big things. Our parking coordinator, Will Wyatt, does a great job with all of that back there. The program, the Viking Booster Club, in charge of a lot of the development of that, but also, you know, they've done a great job all week of having folks here ready to help, ready to sell those programs. Valtina Turner, Teresa Brown out there with the souvenir stand doing some great stuff. You know, we've had some awesome sales there. Donna Jones in the media room taking care of all the media's needs, supplying them with the stat sheets. And speaking of the stats, those guys have done a phenomenal job. Josiah Morton, Jacob Morton, you know, coordinating that stuff, getting all these stats, you know, making us up here look smart with those stats. Just a tremendous job by those guys all week long. You know, that's actually how I started in helping with the Arby's Classic, and it's a tough job. It's kind of fun because you're very aware of what's going on in the tournament. But those guys have been here for every game and just done a tremendous job. So we'll shout out some more folks as we go here. Here's Ewan to the bucket. Shot no good. He's got to make that. That pass is deflected, but Long Island Lutheran keeps control of it. Now they lose control of it. Berkmar trying to hang around, down 14. They've managed to slice 1 point off their halftime deficit. Can't quite get off the ball screen. Great job right there by Reed getting over that screen. Here's Blaine. A lot of dribbling. Nice spin back. Gets it to Ewan. He'll attack the rim, but he'll get fouled by Injai. I think he thought he was going to dunk it, but he was a little further away than he thought. Tried to lay it in, but got fouled. So Injai will have to sit back down here with his fourth foul, as Ewan will step to the line. And he rattles that first one in. Finley Sheridan will take Injai's place. So those big guys, Injai now with 4 fouls, to roll with 3. I only have Sheridan for 1, so I guess he's slacking in the foul department. But you're having to go up against a guy like Ewan, you're going to pick up some fouls. Ewan makes them both. It's a 12-point deficit for the Patriots. Crusaders into the front court. Here comes a high ball screen. Hutchinson, he gets through it, but they switch. Good show there by Ewan. Now he'll hustle back. Good job right there. Excellent ball screen defense by the Patriots. We've seen a lot of really good ball screen defense in this tournament. It's one of the hardest things to defend in basketball is the on-ball screen, and a lot of these teams have done a really good job of it. You see a lot of these big guys really doing a great job getting out and showing on the ball screens. So here come the Patriots. Chance to cut this thing to 10. Possibly a big possession right here. Ewan will go to the bucket and he'll have it swatted by Sheridan. And a good job right there by one of the other guys, and I didn't catch who it was, really making him have to change directions in the air. Nice rebound by Ewan, and he'll put it in. Great job not giving up on that play by Ewan. Going and getting that, and we've got a 10-point ball game. Hutchinson. Up here, Pierre. Coach Buck barking out a play. Nice little cross screen, and he'll make it. Good job right there to Sheridan. Challenged Ewan, and he came away the victor on that one. Back to a 12-point game. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Three-pointer on the way, and he's got it. Jameel Rideout. And we're in single digits for the first time in a while. Berkmar not going away. 52-43. The Patriots trail. Nice take right there by Johns, and he'll get it to go. It's back to 11. Looks like they're going to switch their defense. About came away with a steal right there. Looks like they're switching to a 2-3 zone right here. Rideout can't get it to go. Here comes Pierre. Little stutter step. Now he'll dribble it out here. 70 seconds to go, third quarter. Here again, you see Ewan really show on that ball screen. Now they switch that one. Oh, mercy. They about came away with a pick. But we're going to get a foul. Jameel Rideout picks up his first. They thought they had the steal right there, and they just about did. Sumaharo back in. They'll switch the screen right there. Gets over that one. Good job defending right there. Now they're going to hold for one shot, according to Coach Buck. They'll pull it out and go for one. Get it out here to Pierre. Being defended by Rideout, and Rideout got a little more hands on him than the official was comfortable with. Good defense. Pretty close to a 5-second call right there. He loses it. 2 seconds to go. They will not get a shot, and we'll go to the fourth. So Berkmar able to trim some of the lead here, trim about 5 points off that lead, and we will go to the fourth quarter with the score. Long Island Lutheran 54, Berkmar 43. We'll step aside here just for a second. You are watching the 38th annual Arby's Classic Championship game on the Viking Sports Network.
Mountain Dew, Sierra Mist, Dr. Pepper, Aquafina, Gatorade, and more. You can find Pepsi at your local Food City, or stop by the concession stand and have a Pepsi day. In for the Crusaders, number 25, Jackson Garol. As we begin the fourth period of play, possession of the basketball belongs to the Patriots.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final quarter of the 2021 Arby's Classic. Coach Charlie Tiller here with you for the championship game. It's an 11-point lead for the Crusaders of Long Island Lutheran as we begin the fourth quarter. Berkmar with the ball. They get it right here to Ewan, and he's going to be fouled. Blaine was ready to get him a layup anyway. And Jaden Pierre picks up his first foul. He's been great tonight. Tough to get that ball inbounds with that 6'11" guarding the inbounder. Seen several teams do that this week. Put that really big guy on the inbounder, make it hard vision-wise, because a lot of times it's not a big guy who's throwing the ball in. So, you know, pretty solid strategy there. The only problem is sometimes you end up with a mismatch if they do get it in. But nice pass by Hill, even though I don't think his guy was quite ready for it. His guy being Sumaharo. And it'll stay an 11-point lead for the Crusaders. Crusaders need stops and scores right now. Here's Johns. He gives it up. Jaden Reed with it now. Reed gets it to Pierre. Pierre coming off of his ball screen. They love these side pick and rolls. Get it up here. Hutchinson has it poked away. Carroll tracked that ball down. And it's Reed again, and he's going to get fouled. Right out. He's picked up all three of his fouls here in the last little bit. 3 of the 4 on their team in this half. Bo Hearns returns, replacing Sumaharo. 6:20 to go. Long Island Lutheran using a little clock, but also, you know, I mean, definitely I'd say not going to stop trying to score. But right now, using their quickness to make the Patriots chase them. Sitting on this 11-point lead. Hard to get a 5-second count on that guy. Hard to stay up there on him. He's quick, quick, quick. Here's Pierre. Pierre kicks it to the corner. Johns from 3. Got it. That's a big-time shot. Big-time shot by James Johns. Again, who's led them in scoring throughout this tournament. Johns has just come up big time and time again. Of course, as we said, he's a guard who's mulling offers from UConn and Wake Forest. Ranked number 105 in the Rivals Top 150. You know, I mean, he can do some things. He's had a really great tournament. And again, just a junior. But that's a big-time shot. Puts his team back up by 14, 57-43. That last timeout taken by the Crusaders. I mean, both teams still have plenty of timeouts left. Berkmar with 4, Long Island Lutheran with 3. Coach Buck jumping up and down, trying to get his guys to defend as they've gone to a zone right here. Kind of a really extended 1-2-2. Dropping back in there. Nice shot right there. Jamari Hills had a terrific championship game. Played extremely well right here. 13 points for him. 5 of 6 from the field here in the championship game. 2 for 2 from the line. 3-pointer from Johns, short. Patriots corral it. They're going to try and cut into this. He gets it ahead, but Hearns couldn't handle it. Pass was a little high. We get a lob on the other end. Hutchinson misses a dunk. That's the second one that he's not been able to flush down. Here they come. Hearns out. Ball gets reversed. Ewan pivoting. Shot short. And here they come. Johns. Nice little hesitation. He's going to go to the bucket. His shot's no good, but he's going to go to the line. Ewan, by the way, now with 11 points, but just 4 of 12 from the field. So not been his best night. And, of course, the size of the Crusaders has something to do with that. You know, I mean, he's a guy, not that he can't handle big guys, because they certainly played one the other night when they played Dorman. You know, Noah Clowney certainly qualifies as a big guy. But, you know, the number of bodies that these guys are able to throw at him, I think, has been a little bit of a problem for him. So here we go. 14-point game. They need it. I mean, we're getting to the point where Berkmar's got to score almost every possession and get some stops. But just as we near the halfway point of this quarter, that shot's no good. Here comes Hearns. He gets it back to Hill, who gets it up here. Nice attack right here. He'll make the basket and score. Jameel Rideout. Chance for a three-point play. Hutchinson picks up his third. We'll get Finley Sheridan back in the game, replacing Carroll. So it'll be Sheridan's turn on Ewan. Free throw is good. Giddens back in for Berkmar, replacing Hearns. $11-point game. 3:45 to go. Kick out. Johns, three-pointer on the way short. Good rebound by Hutchinson, has it blocked. He'll go up again, have it stripped, and we're going to have a foul. Don't love that one. Rideout will pick up his fourth. Of course, he had a lot better view of it than I did. Looked clean from here, but again, he's got a lot better view than I do. Hutchinson will go to the line. His team up by 11. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Hutchinson knocks it down.
In for the Patriots, number 24, Bo Hearns.
Another one right here. He got them both. Back to 13. Again, Berkmar, if they're going to come back in this game, they need to score pretty much every possession right now, which, of course, is tough. Rideout. Called for a travel. As he was coming down, he put it on the floor. He thought that would get him out of it. The official said no. That's why you don't leave your feet when you don't know what you're going to do with it. Low scoring fourth quarter so far, 7-5 Long Island Lutheran here in the fourth. Definitely the lowest scoring quarter of this game so far. But here we go. Reed. Of course, they're trying to bleed a little clock right here, and we're going to get a foul. Giddens with the reach in. It's going to put them in the bonus. Now you got to hope that they miss some, which they have not done a lot of. Jaden Reed will go to the foul line. Reed with 10 points here in the championship game. His first trip to the line. And his first one is pure. 62-48. Second one is good as well. 12 points for Jaden Reed. 20 for Pierre, 13 for Johns. Nice pass right there, and he'll cram it. Goodness gracious. Ewan just, really nice pass right there, and Ewan just throws it down with some authority. Lewis Hutchinson had no chance on that one. He picks up his fourth. Malik Ewan, his second one is good. Or his second one, his free throw, I should say. 3-point play for Ewan. Lead back down to 12. But they just can't seem to get it much lower than this. Got within 9 at one point. But that's as close as Berkmar has been able to get here in the second half. Huge second quarter by the Crusaders. Really made the big difference. Great block right there by Ewan. And it's going to be on the floor, and the Crusaders come up with it. Johns will get the layup.
James Johns.
65-51. 90 seconds to go. Ball being reversed. Three-pointer from Hill, not on target. And that ball's out of bounds, and it'll stay it'll go back over, I should say, to the Patriots. Hutchinson trying to do a little too much right there. Folks, stick around. Following this game, we will have the presentation of the tournament trophies as he hits a three, and we're going to get a timeout. Hearns knocks it down. Gets it back within 11, and we got a timeout. As I was about to say, we'll have the presentations of the tournament trophies and the all-tournament teams, so stick around. A couple more people we need to thank. The folks down in the hospitality room, led by Rhonda Vance, who've kept us fed all week long, done a great job. You know, they just really, I personally really appreciate them, and as do most of us. Jim Craddock, who's been in charge of the officials. Eddie's Trophies, the folks who created all of the trophies that you've seen presented throughout the day today, as well as the ones for the all-tournament team and the tournament MVP. And, of course, the other person, Kelly Flannery. Kelly Flannery in charge of the athletic training program here. Keeping these guys, being able to get them back on the floor, getting them iced and stuff when they need it. Just a fantastic job. That'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Crusaders. 65 seconds to go. 11-point lead for Long Island Lutheran. Getting pretty close to wrapping this thing up. It's pretty much going to take a Herculean effort right here from the Patriots to have a chance. Hearns, I think he was trying to foul, didn't get the call, and he'll get one now. That'll send Jaden Pierre to the line.
Now the Patriots number 24, Bo Hearns, his third, team 8.
Pierre, as we mentioned a minute ago, 20 points thus far tonight. This is his second trip to the line. He's 2 for 2 from there, 8 for 11 from the field. A 20-point performance for him to lead the way. But, of course, lots of help. Johns with 15, Reed with 12, Hutchinson with 8, and he rattles that one in. Second one right here from Pierre, and it's pure as well. So here we go. Berkmar has to have a bucket. Shot is short. Rebound put in there by Malik Ewan, and we'll get another timeout. One other person, Melissa Ledbetter down in the hospitality room, also doing a great job helping us out. And there are just more people than we can possibly name who've done so many things this week to make this tournament a success. Of course, one of the main people we got to thank is the tournament director, the guy who coordinates all this stuff, Coach Richard Enzer. Been at this a little while, been here from the beginning, been the tournament director for about 15 years now. Just does a fantastic job. Coach Enzer, you couldn't even begin to list the number of things that he does in this tournament. But, of course, one of the main things is getting these teams here. Recruiting these teams, getting us just top-notch teams. Just year after year, and this field is good as any that we've had. We've had such a great week of basketball, and Coach Enzer's really the driving force behind all of it. You'll see him out here in a few minutes presenting trophies. He's just done a phenomenal job once again this year. So, Sumaharo in. I'd say to play a little defense and maybe foul right here, as it's an 11-point game, 41.9 seconds to go. Berkmar still with 2 timeouts remaining, but they're going to have a hard time catching that guy, and Reed will go to the foul line. A little whiplash action right there. And Sumaharo, sure enough, was in there to foul. Rideout will take his place. Of course, Rideout with 4 fouls, so pretty logical substitution right there. And here's Reed. Reed with 12 points in this one. This is his second trip to the line, and he's now 3 for 3. And that's the last 1-and-1 that they'll shoot. All 2-shot fouls for them from now on. Reed rattles in the second. And it's hard to catch up if they're going to make free throws. 13-point lead. Here comes Berkmar. Hill into the lane, pull up, money. Coach not calling timeout on that one. And Rideout's going to foul him, and that'll probably be it for Jamil. Correction, that foul's on Giddens. He really had his choice, and he chose Giddens, and that's fine, because Rideout gets to stay in the game. And once again, it'll be our guy Jaden Reed to the line. And he makes that one again. Reed now with 15. And we get some substitutions right here for the Patriots, pulling some of their star guys. Great job by these guys. If you are the runner-up in this tournament, you are one heck of a basketball team. And they have certainly had a great tournament, but they're going to come up just a little bit short against one of the better teams we've seen in the Arby's Classic over the years. We were talking about that this afternoon. It's hard to rank them. There have been so many great teams over the years, and of course it's very subjective as well, but these guys are certainly on the list. We're going to get a run out. Johns is going to dribble it out, and the champions of the 2021 Arby's Classic from Brookville, New York, it's the Long Island Lutheran Crusaders. They win 71-58 over Berkmar. They'll have a little bit of a celebration, shake hands. Worthy adversaries here. Outstanding job by both of these teams, but in the end, just not quite enough for Berkmar as Long Island Lutheran. Too many weapons, too much shooting. Just an outstanding job for those guys. All right, so We'll get you some stats here real quick as they prepare for the trophy presentation. We'll have the presentation of the tournament trophies and the all-tournament team coming up here. So, really quick, as we get a little dance party down here for the Crusaders. The Crusaders were 23 of 45 from the field, so just a tick over 50%. 6 of 17 from 3. They were 19 for 21 from the foul line. So that's just fabulous. 19 for 21 from the foul line. They out-rebounded them 29 to 18. Forced 11 turnovers, or they had 11 turnovers, I should say. So not a big turnover game, just 20 turnovers between the two teams. So, you know, a pretty good job right there by those guys. Berkmar, 21 of 44 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3. So some individual stats. We'll look at Berkmar first. Berkmar led in scoring tonight by Jamari Fat Hill with 17. Malik Ewan with 16 points. And then they also got 11 from Bryce Blaine. So 3 guys in double figures for them. But again, not quite enough as they fall to a pretty darn talented Long Island Lutheran team. They also only got 3 offensive rebounds the whole game. So pretty good stuff right there, defensive rebounding-wise by the Crusaders. As we look at the individual stuff, well, we'll stop right here. We'll take just a little bit of a break as we present the tournament trophies. So we'll turn it over to our PA announcer who just introduced Berkmar getting the runner-up trophy. And I'll step aside for just a second as we present those. And we'll be back in just a second with some more information and to wrap things up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's please also recognize Amber Clark here representing the Arby's restaurants for the Arby's Classic. Big round of applause for Amber. And now Amber Clark and Richard Windsor will present the tournament championship trophy for the 2021 Arby's Classic to the Long Island Lutheran Crusaders. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we will recognize the 2021 Arby's Classic All-Tournament team. Beginning from Amarillo High School, the Amarillo Sandys, Devon Woods. all-tournament team from Amarillo, Devon Woods. From Knox Catholic, Blue Kane. From Dorman, Noah Clowney. From Greenville, Reed Satterfield. From Tampa Catholic, Carter Knox. From Berkmar, Malik Ewan. From Jonesboro, Jesse Washington. From Berkmar, Jamari Hill. From Amarillo, Brendan Hosson. From Dr. Phillips, Ernest Uday Jr. From Long Island Lutheran, James Johns. From Long Island Lutheran, Jaden Reed. From Greenville, Jacoby Gillespie. From Dr. Phillips, Denzel Aberdeen. From Long Island Lutheran, MD Ninjai. And the most valuable player of the 2021 Arby's Classic from Long Island Lutheran, Jaden Pierre.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You just saw the presentation of the tournament trophies and the all-tournament team. We'll be telling you guys the all-tournament team here in just a few minutes, as we know it's a little bit hard to hear there on the stream with the PA announcer, so we'll be getting that to you. But we were talking about the Long Island Lutheran individual game stats. That's what we were getting ready to talk about. Jaden Pierre, who ended up being tournament MVP, led the way with 22 points. He also had 3 rebounds and 4 assists and 1 steal, so a pretty darn good ball game for Mr. Pierre. Second on the team tonight was Jaden Reed, who had 16, and James Johns with 15. So all in all, pretty darn good performance by those guys. So once again, you know, big congratulations to Long Island Lutheran, the champions of the 2021 Arby's Classic. And here is the Arby's Classic all-tournament team. From Amarillo, DeMons Woods. From Knox Catholic, Blue Kane. From Dorman, Noah Clowney. From Greenville, Reed Satterfield. From Long Island Lutheran, James Johns. From Tampa Catholic, Carter Knox. From Berkmar, Malik Ewan. From Jonesboro, Jesse Washington. From Berkmar, Jamari Hill. From Amarillo, Brendan Housen. Dr. Phillips Ernest Uday Jr. From Long Island Lutheran, Jaden Reed. Jacoby Gillespie of the Greenville Green Devils. Denzel Aberdeen from Dr. Phillips. MD Njai from Long Island Lutheran. And as I said, the MVP was Jaden Pierre from Long Island Lutheran. You know, so once again, a rundown really of today's results. You had the 6th place team was Knox Catholic. In 5th place was Dr. Phillips. Amarillo took 4th place in the Arby's. Greenville with a 3rd place finish, tremendous finish for a local team to finish 3rd in the Arby's Classic. Berkmar was the runner-up, and of course Long Island Lutheran, your 2021 Arby's Classic champions. So, as we wrap things up here, one other person we need to definitely shout out is our producer Colin Moore. Colin did a great job with so many things this week, especially getting us all the live stats updated and on the website, doing all kinds of stuff with that, in addition to making CJ and I sound good all week long. So we'd like to definitely thank Colin for all of his hard work. He was here every game, all day long, getting stuff done. So we really appreciate Colin and all his hard work and everything that he's done for us this week. Also want to shout out to CJ Manahan, my partner in crime, who did a great job. Wasn't able to be here today, but CJ, of course, we formed a pretty good team, I think, all week long. And again, if you guys like what you heard, we'd love for you to tweet at us at Arby's Classic and let us know what you think, because it's been a real labor of love for us this week. This is one of the fun jobs to do here if you're going to volunteer at the Arby's Classic. So, to wrap everything up again, once again, a big congratulations to Long Island Lutheran. A big thank you to all of our volunteers who did a great job all week long. I mean, you just couldn't possibly name the hundreds of people that it takes to put on this tournament every year and everything that's involved. So many people pitching in all over the gym, all over the really greater Bristol area to make this thing happen. So we really appreciate everybody, whether we were able to name you or not, who put in tons of hours, did all kinds of stuff this week to help us out. Now, the last people we want to thank are you guys, the fans, the people who have been watching, who have been listening, the people who came out and filled the stands this week. We had awesome crowds all week long, just tremendous attendance. We're so happy to have the Arby's Classic back after missing out on it last year. And we just really appreciate you guys, because really, without the fans, none of this would be possible, because that's what makes this thing work. So we definitely want to shout out all of you guys that have been watching, everybody who's been listening, everybody who came out and was a part of the Arby's Classic. So that's pretty much all we got from here. So one last time for CJ Manahan, for our producer Colin Moore, this is Coach Charlie Tiller. Thank you for watching the 38th Annual Arby's Classic live from Viking Hall in Bristol on the Viking Sports Network, and we will see you guys next year.